Yeah, whenever you're ready.
The NYPD didn't lead the way in hotspot policing and performance management. It really designed the flashlight when it invented the CompStat process about 20 years ago, in 1994. And in 2013, when we were putting this proposal together, we realized that we were coming up on the 20th anniversary. And we looked at where the hotspots were in New York City and how most of them have been in the same places. We'd lost a few by claiming back some neighborhoods, but the hottest spots in 2013 were also in that cohort back in 1994. The intensity had gone down, but they were still the same locations. So the question really arose of, are we being as effective as we can be with putting the cops on the dots? The original idea from Jack Maple and Commissioner Bratton, his first time, with how we deployed resources in the hotspots. And so we worked with the Temple team, who was our research partner, to come up with an idea to do as close to a full-on randomization of the size of the force deployed to hotspots across the city. Traditionally, a formula is used that determines the allotment of resources. We wanted to randomize that to see, could we get the same bang for our buck instead of 60 officers using 30 officers, and then you had those 30 officers to do something else with and perhaps be more effective. And then we wanted to join that with one of Elizabeth Groff on the Temple team. One of her key research issues is what are the cops doing in those hotspots that are effective. And so we're going to be doing the qualitative piece of really understanding what are the cops doing when they're in hotspot policing, foot post, or potentially in patrol cars, and really get an understanding of the day-to-day, hour-to-hour, how are they interacting with the public, how are they building up those relationships to be effective in the hotspots, not just be in the hotspots. Challenges that we're potentially facing is we are in a new administration. It's carried over. We started this project in the prior. We're in a new one, so it's a little bit of a reselling in. And as always in a big city like New York, any precinct never wants to give up resources. So the idea of telling a commander you're randomly not going to get as many as your friend next door, we might get some pushback, but I think there's general buy-in to trying this out, and we feel it's going to be really additive to the field in terms of understanding the dosage and the type of treatment that works in hotspots that are perennial hotspots.
Further talk about hotspot policing, especially in NYPD. Our hotspot policing have been obviously where crimes have been in higher rates than other places. Typically these areas have a lot of drug use and violent crime. To reduce that, we've done what other departments have done, which is place police officers, typically newer police officers, on those beats. These typically would show a reduction in crime, but we want to see how that relationship to police officers versus the density of crimes interact, and at what point do you have a mitigating factor or something else that might increase the effectiveness of that policing policy.